How's it going, everybody? Greetings from Nerdiest Dime, and today we are going on part 3 of Pocket Toys VORTEX week. And I'm absolutely happy to start with Vortex here, their take on him. And let us take a quick look at those accessories first. He comes with only 3, technically speaking, that being these two very much Fall of Cybertron Swindle turrets. Lovely silver paint on the barrel of the blaster. I love it. Decent little detail. Of course, they use the old-fashioned gaps to make detail. Chrome on the top, as per usual. Yeah, quite lovely. A little bit hollow at the bottom. The barrel is nicely molded. Comes with 2 of them. I don't know why Vortex gets them, but he gets them. And he comes with this little pea shooter that actually goes on the front of the helicopter mode here. Let's take a look. Basically, oops, as I drop him, sorry about that, as you put this little tab in this little port right here, just point it forward, and just got the little helicopter cannon as per usual of those models. And I think they're supposed to go in the forearms here, but I actually prefer putting them in his hands at an angle, so it makes it look like stilts, or landing skids rather, next to the wheels, because the wheels do not hold him up for jack. And yeah, there we go. Lopsided rotors. Technically the rotors are an accessory as well, but I mean, why wouldn't you put them on? There he is, armed up. And let's get a close look at this boy. I gotta say, for what it is, I actually really do like this. Very aggressive looking helicopter mode. Got some metallic yellow here by yours truly. Same here. Definitely the best looking of like that Energon glow, especially when the light really hits it. See there. Some metallic, or gunmetal gray rather. Some more metallic yellow here. All the way across from the body to the tail wing here. Yeah, the hands are very much visible. Same goes for the head. Just turning around, it solves a lot of problems. Some more metallic yellow here. Some dark navy for the wings. There's some silver here. The chrome on the rotor blades and the edge are of my own. Plan on making those purple to match some takes of Vortex having swords from his rotors, which I think is quite awesome. Some chrome here for the little headlights. A lot more metallic yellow we'll see in robot mode. Here he is from the bottom and the top. He does not roll as flying things should. Sorry, MGO. But let us take a quick look at some size comparisons. And really, it's just our usual suspect being Iron Factory Wheeljack, and yeah, way too small. As expected, welcome to the Combaticons. That fell off. My apologies. This is the norm. Really? The other one fell off. Come on now. Yeah, this is expected. Stop falling off. Please stop falling off. Apologies for that. Set him down gently. There we go. Yeah. A little way too small, but like I said, par for the course. Welcome to the Combaticons. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna do a full comparison of the Combaticons when I get to Onslaught. Speaking of, but let us get down to transformation. Let's get rid of the weapons, including this. We're gonna go into arm mode. So let's get rid of that. Well, let's take this off for the sake of ease. You can leave it on. I always leave it on, but this time I'll show you without it because it's easier. Let us open these panels down here. Unpeg the front from these 2 long tabs that go into these 2 slots here. Flip them down. Tab them together. Close the cav panels. Wait, we are not supposed to do that. This is our mode we're going into. We extend the body, rotate at the waist, so you have this facing the correct way, and then you rotate at the actual waist, backwards, and then let us fix this real quick. You actually leave this in vehicle orientation, which I actually do like. Let's put those together. So we're going to take care of this later, but let us close it all together for now, for the sake of ease. Let us take these hands properly so they don't expose themselves. And rotate at the shoulder, and this tab goes into the slot right there. Put that in. Put that in. And there we go. Let's put the rotor back on, but you're going to rotate it actually 180. You're going to make sure it's in this orientation here in robot mode, where it's here instead of here. And this is practically it. Let's show you how this is done. We're going to put this in on this handle with these two slots at the bottom going in. There are two little tabs that will hold this together, but I use that very loosely because this is not what's going to hold the forearm together. You're actually going to bring this in. This is the missile pod. This usually comes with Onslaught, if I'm not mistaken, for the Iron Factory set, but this is Vortex's, and has a gold metallic yellow by yours truly. Lots of lovely silver and some gunmetal for this missile rack here. Yeah, quite nice. Take this out, reveals the fist. Move the missiles. So you will use these two slots and these two tabs, and they will go into these two slots and these two little baby tabs, respectively. This is what will lock the arm all together, and it does do its job quite well. Take the wrist like so, it's in a natural orientation. And here we have arm mode for Vortex. Let's zoom out a bit. Yeah, that's too far. There we go. Hello. Why is it foggy over there? Hey. Stop it. And yeah, I'm not gonna go over articulation of this. I'm gonna do that in the Bruticus video, but yeah, I quite dig it. It's definitely one of my favorite arm bots. It just looks quite nice. Of course, let's get on to robot mode. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get this out. It literally will more than likely fall out. Let's rotate these rotors up. Let's leave them like that for now. Let's flip these out. Flip these like so. Close the cav panels. Rotate, close, and then bring these little baby feet down. And then rotate like so, and then rotate properly so it's in a correct natural orientation. And then we collapse like so. Unpeg and rotate until they're in a proper position. Unpeg and rotate. And then take that out, but we're going to unfold these. Rotate up. Make sure it's correct. And then fold this over, and then fold the tail wings down. You're gonna make sure these are down, and then in the promotion material they have the top rotor blades pointed more out than the lower ones, which I actually kind of like. Makes them look smaller but also larger. And then rotate the head around, and there you have Pocket Toys VORTEX in robot mode. And like for Brawl and Swindle, like I said, upscale these, give them more parts count or part count, and you give them some serious beef to them, and you got my actual Chug Combaticons. This guy looks pretty sweet. I like the use of the toy colors, but they don't look goofy. They're not as vibrant as the camera makes it look. Trust me, they're not in person. They are definitely more diluted. Being military-grade Decepticons, I expect them to be not so bright and garish. And yeah, let us show you the weapons real quick. So we take this. This is parts forming, yes, but put this here. It's a decent, actually, take of parts forming. And here you have a little gun. It's a little goofy, but hey, it's a good use of parts. let's put that in his hand there. And then we have the blasters, or the swindle turrets rather. You rotate these panels up and they go in there. Yeah, it is interesting that they do this instead of, like, you know, put them in his hands, but I digress. It's literally just, if Siege was a Legend class, there are ports everywhere, so I'm going to put this one on his forearm here. Until I give it to Swindle, of course, because, again, I give one of these to Swindle, the other I do let Vortex keep, because one of them, it just looks better than Swindle having two. Let's get a close look at that oh so phenomenal head sculpt. Truly nice to look at. The gold visor is my touch. It was originally red. I didn't like that. I felt like one of the things I like about Vortex is like his own colors for like the glowing parts, so that's what I went with. Some gunmetal on the sides of his helmet, and gunmetal for the mouth plate. Like, what a lovely head sculpt, especially for something this small. It really does work. It is also very emotive, but we'll get to that in a bit. Gunmetal for the bolt nips, and some yellow, some metallic yellow, some more in the abdomen. Like the use of black plastic to make a black abdomen, it makes it look more interesting. More metallic yellow. Excuse me, I've been a little bit ill lately. I got some chrome here, and some silver here. And yeah, very screwy in the legs, but I actually really do. I don't mind this because they don't look that bad, honestly. Especially when you don't look for them, but it makes the legs look even more intricate. Some more metallic yellow inside the thighs, and in this kneecap joint, whatever. Some gunmetal and metallic yellow. The inside of his shins. And yeah, he's just quite a lovely little guy for a little baby Vortex. I'll zoom out. He's in the back. He actually looks very, very clean for what it's supposed to be. But yeah, quite stunning, I will definitely say. Let's get down to some size comparisons. And of course, you know how it is. It's Iron Factory Wheeljack. And he doesn't look half bad. He's a small helicopter, so he's not obviously going to be huge next to him. But I still think it's a little weird how short he is. But they don't look half bad. Again, I love the contrasting colors between the two. Bright white, red, and green. I don't know, sea foam, I guess is the color. Yeah, sea foam, this color. Oops, my bad. Purple, and just very contrasting next to Wheeljack. I quite like that. Let's get down to some articulation. He, of course, has minus the giant junk in the freaking neck. He can look up very far. He has a ball peg at the neck. Like, he looks up really far, and I love that. Can't really look. He can look down just a teeny bit. He has a very nice attitude head, and does a full 360. It's just hindered. Double jointed at the torso, being a ball joint at the base, which goes out just fine at a perfect 90. And although due to the kibble, it would allow for a far better range. The problem is, again, it's just the kibble on the back of his shoulders. So you'll have to, like, improvise by pointing it forward, and there you go. You get that, but you'll have to see all the ugliness in this inside. Has a bicep swivel. A double jointed elbow. Gets you the full run, as it should. Double jointed elbows for the win. Wrist swivels. He has an ab crunch due to arm mode, and it does get very, very far. It's quite deep. I quite like it. Very expressive in poses. Believe me, it's such a good thing. He has a, like, backwards crotch. I'm going to call it a back crunch, because it's not in the abs, and it's in the back. It's in a weird place. When I review Blast Off, you'll see why it's weird. But yeah, he has that. Ball joints at the hips that go out with a full range, a full 90. Get a good splits. They can go forward very, very far. They go full range forward and back. He has a thigh swivel. a double jointed knee that only gets you 90, but could get you a little bit more range if you do it correctly or in a better way. But yeah, it's hindered just by this giant peg, which I don't know if I'll clip or get rid of because I do like the posability. And he has a ball joint at the base of his toes, which do get you pretty good range for what they are. And they, of course, go all the way up, and they do not go down whatsoever. And articulation for this little guy is absolutely stellar. He can get into the fanciest of poses. So that's been my review on Pocket Toys VORTEX. And like I said, just every figure from this set has been just getting better and better. Just better, better, and better. They got some high standards. I feel like Onslaught might be the weakest when it comes to like how high the standards are getting with VORTEX here, but who knows. Also, real quick, the rotors can come off his back as per usual, but they can also go on his arms if you want the rotor weapon thing. I don't. I find that a little too goofy for what it is, but I digress. And yeah, like I said, he can get into some very excellent poses. Like, again, now I really wish they did the rotor swords as like an idea for this little guy. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. This has been Nerdy as Dime. Rolling out.